Hey everybody, it's Maria Boynton. Thank you so much for joining me for another edition of Atlanta Up Close. Today we're talking about health, women's health. Did you know that black women in the U.S. die at a rate nearly 3.5 times higher than white women around the time of childbirth? It's a very important issue. And of course, we're talking about a health initiative. It's the First Lady's Health Initiative. Joining us today, you know the lady to my far right, Demetria McKinney, well-known actress. How are you doing?
Doing awesome. Great to be back with you, baby.
Of course. Always good to touch you.
Yes,
I know. And so we also have here, of course, the co-executive director of the First Lady's Health Initiative, none other than Marquise Allison Austin. How are you?
I am well. Thank you for having me.
But of course, so tell us about this First Lady's Health Initiative.
Yeah, so the First Lady's Health Initiative started in 2008. It was founded by my mother and a small table of First Ladies in Chicago, tackling the AIDS and HIV health crisis that was going on. As we know, the AIDS and HIV can be a sensitive topic in the community, especially the church. And one Sunday, she had a First Lady give AIDS and HIV screening right on the pulpit on a Sunday with their pastor. And that started a whole movement. And since then, my sister and I have taken it over, and we are talking about maternal health today. And so our event on tomorrow, Born to Thrive, is what we're talking about. And we have Demetria, Shamia Morton, and a couple other really great names that are coming out and talking about this really important issue.
Why is it important, you feel, to have such well-known people such as Demetria coming out?
Black maternal health is a disparity. Maternal health is a national crisis regardless of your skin color, but black maternal health in particular is devastating our communities. And so it's important to have our celebrity and our influencers talking about topics like this because they have the reach. And reach is so important because these resources are available, but we don't know about them. And so we want to use our platforms any way we can to save our communities.
Demetria McKinney, Black maternal health. Yes. Why is this an important issue for you? Enough to attach your name to it, enough to be seen talking about it.
I am a mom, single mom. I had my son at 19, which was way too early for me to really understand what I was getting myself into. I didn't understand the hormone changes. I didn't have the community conversations. My mother was like, oh, we've been doing this for thousands of years. You'll do it just fine. There was a lot that I didn't understand, know, and have access to. And so now that we have women like Marquise here, who are actually opening up the conversations, removing some of the stigmas around doulas and other opportunities that we have as far as just making sure that we know how to advocate and prepare and keep ourselves healthy, I had to be a part of it.
Okay, everyone. Of course, we're talking about Marquise Allison Austin, who is co-executive director of the First Lady's Health Initiative. So you're traveling around the country doing this?
Yes, Atlanta's actually our last stop. We were in Chicago, we were in LA, and we are ending the year with Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
So doing very well, people receiving the information well, you feel?
Yes. Each city, every city has its own problems, has its own type of disparities. So we feel like we are really tackling that by talking to local doctors, local influencers, local celebrities, and really tailoring it into that particular community. In
Atlanta, what would you say is our specific issue, you feel?
You know, in Georgia specifically, there was a study that said that of all of the pregnancy deaths, 87% of those were preventable. And that's a huge issue because a lot of this is systemic racism. We've seen the recent news and the TikToks of what's happening with black maternal health right there in your face. The other issue is blood pressure. There's so many cardio diseases that women are dying from that by having a simple blood pressure cuff and being able to measure your if you have high blood pressure or not can really save your life.
You got quite a few people who are on this list here. You've got Shamia Morton, Demetria, Dr. Sharice Chambers, Kari Bryant is going to be there too. Dr. Deborah Morton.
Yes.
Quite a few people. So how'd you get all these lovely people to come and join you in this important issue?
Well, you know, it's not me, it's the issue.
Okay.
I mean, we are all here and we are all witnessing what is happening. And I love that we have this panel of powerful women who are also active in the community. I mean, you look at the First Ladies, Deborah Bryant and First Lady Kari Bryant. These are people who, Deborah Morton. These are people that touch people week to week, day to day. And so being able to lend their voices on a panel platform, I think is phenomenal and really helps spread the message about what's happening.
If I may also add, First Ladies Initiative, being willing to have the conversation a lot of times we don't know the stuff. We don't talk about it because of the stigma, because of the fear, because of the controversies sometimes, because we don't take the time for ourselves. People who are willing to actually step into that space, open up the conversation, and make it possible for us to have the foundation and community and conversation like that, you have to be a part of that.
And Demetria, what do you say to people who watch you every day, who might not be in Atlanta, may have missed the other cities? What do you say to them about taking charge of their health, and especially when it comes to pregnancy?
It is the biggest form of self-love you can do.
Okay.
Loving yourself includes your health. It makes you stronger for the lives that are to come from your womb. You are a vessel. Love on yourself. Take care of yourself. And that means mind, body, and soul. Amen. So if you have the opportunity to come to First Ladies Initiative, I believe they're coming back to Atlanta maybe in April.
Yes, yes. Black Maternal Health Week is April.
So, you now have the information. Do what you can with it. Share it. And let's show up in droves. Yes.
We're
We're born to thrive.
So everyone, it's the First Ladies Health Initiative happening at Morehouse School of Medicine Wednesday, November 19th at 11 a.m. How do you get involved?
All you have to do is go and RSVP at firstladieshealth.com.
All righty. Ladies, thank you so much for coming on, okay?
Thank you for having us.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us for another edition of Atlanta Up Close. I'm Maria Boynton. You know, too, you can listen on the Odyssey app. Have a great day.